The hills are alive with the sound of engines. It's race day here at the Austrian Grand Prix. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake.
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream here on IG8Live Esports. We're live right now with NOMEX Racing, and for the first official, I guess a bit of a social race as we're having it here for the preseason race. Yep, on the officially on the new game here on F122, so just to see how practice has been going with the guys so far. So it's going to be for the Austrian Grand Prix, and of course quite a short track, but should be quite an interesting session as well. We got a full grid. We're going for a full qualifying session and then for a 50% race around the track here, so it should be quite an interesting one as well, just to see how everything goes with the guys here. It's been a bit difficult from the start, I think, for a majority of the players getting on and adjusting to the new physics and stuff on the F122 game, but so far so good, I think. But we're gonna see how they've done over the past few days for those that got the game a bit early and whatnot. So full grid, good to see that happening here on NOMEX Racing. Hopefully we can continue with that going forward on into the different divisions that we're gonna have starting up pretty soon, I think. Well, we're gonna get into that, I think, during the course of this week here. We're gonna have driver teams and selections and stuff done during the course of this week, so everyone's gonna know where they're gonna be at in terms of teams going forward. So we're gonna get some information in the Discord about that going this week, so we can have that done, as we're gonna have to make those picks so that we can get that over with. Hang on, so we already got some lap times coming in here for qualifying 1, as we can see it here at the moment. I think we're on the west at the moment there, but we got 3 qualifying times in. Of course, they're just getting started with this, so those times are definitely going to be improving as we get further on into the session. But let's see what we're looking at here so far. So looks like we're currently second fastest in the session at 106.7, and we're seemingly to be just aiming towards that area. Apparently we got Kino there, 106.1, just a few tenths faster. Then we got Brokerilla down in third, 107, and not too bad with that, 107.4. Got Govy Govan 111.3. I think Ice One just went second fastest, 106 as well. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty well in the 106, 107s possibly we're going to be. We got Cape Master there with a 105.9. Not too bad with the time so far, going for it as fast as he can. Looks like Steve Meister is already out of the session. Not sure if had a bit of an incident there. Possibly is what happened. But either way, so far so good in the session. Let's see, we got a lot of time starting to come in here right now. Drivers seems to have gotten a lot of practice around the track here. Of course, I think the race starts have been the most difficult for most of the drivers, at least even from my end, because comparing what's been happening in the game so far. But I think a lot of drivers are adjusting to that as they've gotten their practice laps in, just to see what's changed so far. So I think they're adjusting to that as they go. Everyone's still working on setups and whatnot in the game, so I think it's still a bit new yet to even speak too much about that. But yeah, so far so good, as we can see with the lap times that we have coming in. It's already getting quite a bit competitive out here in qualifying 1. Just to have a look quickly as what we got going on. Cape Meister, the 105.9. I think he's done a pretty good lap so far. Let's get on to someone else who's currently out there on track and see what's happening so far at the moment. We still have a few drivers in the pit lane still yet to get out on track. Of course, a full grid of 20. I think they're going to just take their time a bit with this. They did have a full 18 minutes starting off in the session. Of course, we're down to just about 12.5 minutes, just under that right now, actually, to finish off here qualifying 1. Still enough time to actually get this done. Then we're going to head over to qualifying 2 and then see how we progress on forward from there. And interestingly enough, the the regulations have changed a bit, coming from 2021, where we used to have drivers having to start the race with the tires in qualifying 2 that they used to do their fastest laps on. Now that rule does not apply anymore, so it's just basically getting through qualifying. So we're gonna see how that changes the race strategy up just a little bit, and actually how well it you know, helps the drivers out in the race itself. Got at least half the grid so far with their qualifying times in here in Q1, and remember they're just trying to make the list going over to Q2 for the 15 here. They want to just make themselves go as high as possible right about now. Fastest time in, just to make sure they can get over to qualifying 2 before we do get started with that session there. Yeah, so quite a few drivers yet to get some time in. Got Genesis VL in the Williams there going. Let's see what the lap time is gonna be as they finish that current lap. Of course, it was now be the officially the first time on track that we're able to see the design of the new F122 cars here on the stream as well. Very interesting design. Let's see how well it's actually going to work for the drivers itself. Quite a lot different in this year's games in terms of handling. But always fun to have a pretty good challenge in the game, I would say, especially for the drivers. So we're gonna see how they manage through that. So we got about 10 minutes remaining here in qualifying 1, guys. So we're just taking it a bit easy. See where these drivers are going with this. 106.9 there for Jen is not too bad of a lap. I think Vince is on an out lap here right now. Lance are probably on a qualifying lap as he's about to get across the line. Let's have an onboard look at he does. Does he make a time? No, he does not. So going for it. Jonathan now goes fastest in the session. A 105.3 gets back into the pits. Cassidy second fastest. 105.6. Aiden third fastest right now. 105.669. Just about 400th of a second off that time there. Davey down to fourth. We got a 105.8. Kate Meister's time, who was fastest before with a 105.9, is now down to fifth fastest there in the session. So I gotta say, it's getting pretty dicey there in terms of qualifying lap times, and I think I gotta say I'm a bit surprised myself. These guys have gotten a lot of practice in, more than I've actually gotten in the game since we actually got it, to actually get these times in. I'm not even sure what my time is around Austria yet. I've done laps here, not too bad in terms of changes that were done to the game in terms of running here. Did have quite a few spins on this start though, especially on the race starts. I think it was the most for me to actually get used to. So we'll see how well drivers manage with this. I'm not sure what we're going to be expecting in the race session itself. I think we're going to have to just wait for that to come around and see what exactly is going to happen itself in terms of drivers trying to get, you know, a good restart of the line there, and how early they're going to start fighting for positions in the race itself. I think it's going to be about a 36 lap race or so, possibly around the Red Bull ring here, so we'll see how well it actually goes through it. But yeah, I'm enjoying the qualifying session so far, guys. It's been quite interesting, I gotta say, in terms of the lap times that I'm seeing here. So actually, I think it shows us what we're in for with NOMEX Racing getting started with this new season here on F122. I think we got some real competitive drivers that are going to be in on this, and I think it's going to get quite interesting in terms of a championship fight here as well. So definitely we're going to be getting the teams with the drivers sorted out through this week, and we're going to have that posted up here on the channel in the Discords, and yep, we get that going, so everyone's going to have a look where we're at with it. Apologies for not switching too much around, guys, just having a look at some other information on the stream end. If you guys can remember the last two streams I think we did have some network issues So I'm still trying to keep an eye on that here right about now, because I think it's still happening, maybe just a little bit, but I'm not sure. If you guys do start to lag out on the stream just a bit, I would suggest drop it down to 720. It's running fully on 1080 at the moment there, but just drop down to 720 if you are having any issues in terms of lag on the stream. Also do report it in the chat if you can for me, so I can keep an eye on you know, what's happening. That's something that I'm not sure what's going on my end compared to what viewers are seeing. But yeah, so far so good as we got it here. I think I don't think we're having any major issues so far, so we're gonna keep it going that way there. And for everyone joining on the stream, welcome from wherever you're joining on. We got a lot of viewers I know join from the US. I know a lot more viewers join us on from the UK, and it's getting more towards the evening over there, whereas it's just a bit like 3:14 p.m. in the afternoon where I'm here right now. So you know, welcome from wherever you're joining us. Please guys, do leave a like on the stream. We really do appreciate you guys doing that. It does help us out a lot, and also feel free to share the stream link out. It does help us get the stream out to a lot more viewers, and yes, show the amazing racing that we got going on in the league here as well. These drivers have come quite a long way. I've known a lot of these drivers from previous leagues, and just from the sim league, from, you know, back from F1 2021, and even some of the drivers from even before. And trust me, yeah, they've gotten quite a lot better in terms of driving here on league races. This has actually gotten started with this. I'm just switching around a bit out here on Q1, guys, so not really just choosing who to follow with. I'm just switching the camera angle around a bit, just because we're just having a look at a few new things. Actually, I haven't had a look at this so far. This is actually the first time I'm actually going through the menu here on the online lobby for F1 22. Believe it or not, I haven't been on an online lobby as yet since the game actually came out. So I'm now actually looking at these things just to see what's different or what's not. And it seems to be the same in terms of this little menu that we usually use here. That's just for tires, telemetry, enabled on and off. We usually don't use that here on IG8Live Esports. I generally don't use that. Lap data, I usually leave that on. Track map, I usually put that on so you guys can have a look at what's happening with that there. And yep, I think that's just about it. Got Liam here in the next Alpine going for a lap here. No, he's on out lap. I think he's about to get started on a lap though, so let's switch on board with him and just go for a quick lap here around the Red Bull ring. So this is the start finish straight, heading straight into turn 1, which we're gonna get started with. There's a race itself, and a bit high up. If that sunlight is in your eye, you gotta really know where your braking zones are, especially if you're not using a racing line. Even if you are using a racing line, probably a bit worse, because it's gonna just block that out, and you gotta just really know where your braking zones are getting into turn 1. Getting around here, a bit of a heavy braking zone as you get off here. I think a lot of drivers, including myself, short shift or I think upshifting just to get traction getting off that corner. And so it's so important just to make sure you don't spin the car, just lose the rear, and it's so easy to do getting around. And really not too bad as you get around. I think we're already in sector 2 going through here, about to get into sector 3. You got to be really careful around some of these corners just to not get off the track and just invalidate the lap. Of course, we do have with the settings on that, just so just keep the fair play going through. Final sector, a bit difficult sometimes to get through, especially when I was actually learning this track quite a long time ago. I used to always go wide on that final turn, and always having validated lap as I get through there. Liam there with third fastest lap, 105.627, and look how close we are with the lap times there. In the top few that we have a 105.3.6.627. It's literally a 6,000th of a second time difference between Cassidy and Liam there for lap times. Now imagine, guys, this is just qualifying 1. We still got to get through qualifying 2 and qualifying 3, so let's see what the pace is going to be like, what the lap times are going to get to be when we do get around to those sessions there, because I'm quite interested to see what's going to happen. But so far, I gotta say, impressed with what the guys have done in terms of practice, getting ready for this preseason race, and gotta admit I'm quite interested to see what they have coming up for the season as well. There's quite a few different things we want to actually get going here, myself and Ace, in terms of the league. Just limited on time at my end. He knows that as well, so apologies to you guys in the league for that. I still try to get that as much done as I can as we go forward with these new seasons coming up, and try to get a bit more involved with it as well. And yep, so we'll see what we can do and what we can get going. We're going to be adding bits and pieces onto the stream just to make it a bit more interesting for you guys on that end. And yeah, hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy what we got, what we have been doing so far, and what we're going to continue doing here on the stream. And hopefully the support continues on through. It seems to be going pretty good so far. So once again, thanks to everyone who's currently joining on the stream, or who's going to be watching on the stream later on. I know a lot of drivers are going to be watching the stream after, just because they're a bit focused here right now on the session as it is, just to get their qualifying in, get through with this right about now. We got a few drivers in the drop zone. We got Janice there, we got Rogarilla, Kieran Barr, Govey, we got Semi-Soul. Of course, he was out early off in the session, which usually in F1 2021 would alter how many drivers go over the qualifying tool. So I want to see if that's going to be the same. Of course, these are things we're still testing here. I haven't really watched much online races, lobby races on YouTube as well, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen in that case. We want to see what's going to happen with the amount of drivers going over to qualifying 2, having Swiftmeister out of qualifying so early off in Q1. We're less than about 35 seconds away from closing off this session right about now. So once that timer finishes, anyone's currently running a lap will get to finish the said lap. After that, we're going to be closing off the session. And yeah, head over to qualifying 2. I want to see definitely what's going to happen there, but very impressed with the qualifying lap times that we've had in here. Remember, there's a lot of new aspects to this game, guys. We're going to see how drivers adapt to them as we get on through. The race definitely is going to be interesting when we do get to that race start. Okay, so that's the end of Q1. We're about to head into Q2, but we're gonna wait for any drivers that's currently running a lap there. I think is Valen still on track. I think in qualifying 2 we'll try to switch around a bit to the different cars and different teams, just so we can have a look at the delivery on the cars and whatnot, and how the cars look, how the cars sound so far. I really haven't even tested the engine sounds on the different cars so far as yet, honestly speaking. So I think it's gonna be a first phase getting through that. I've just been playing the game, just trying to get used to it for the few times that I've actually been on it, with the time that I've had with it. So we're gonna be going through that a bit together, just to see you know, what it's like so far as it is. And yeah, just waiting for that timer to run out there. Or just, there we go. So Valen's car in the pits. Let's have a look at the results there for Q1, and then it's going to be straight over to Q2. So fastest lap goes to Jonathan there in the Red Bull at 105.3. I guess we're going a bit realistic with this. Gasly there in the Ferrari at 105.6, second fastest. Liam third fastest in Alpine, 105.627. It's about 6,000 of the time of the Ferrari driver there, so not too bad. Mercedes there in P4. This is looking pretty interesting, I gotta say. With Aiden Bell, David there in 5th, Dave Meister 6, Vinci there in 7, got Kino 8, Ice 1 and 9, Valen 10. That's, where do I get it? There we go. Let's have a look how many drivers made it on over. So it's the top 15 going over into Q2. So Ice 1, Valen, Lancer, Ace there in 12, Scooby there in 13, West 14, and Exile there in 15. Unfortunately, Jen as Brokerilla, Kieran Barr, Govey there, and Swiftmeister not making it into qualifying 2. So yeah, let's head over to qualifying 2 and let's see what a lap time is definitely going to look like. The fastest time we had was the 105s there. I want to see if we're going to get into any 104s by the time we get around to qualifying 3. Going to be interesting to see how that works itself out. Welcome Alan, welcome Wes onto the stream. Thank you guys for joining on the chat as well, and good to have you guys on there. So into the session here, 15 minutes on the clock already. Let's see where we go with this. Hey Cave, what's up? Good to have you guys on. Do I need to put anything on? There we go. So just lap data I think is all I'm going to keep on here. I remember guys, it's qualifying 2, but it's not as we had it in 2021. We don't have to have the drivers start the race on the set of tires to do the fastest laps on here in Q2. That does not apply anymore. So let's see what's going to happen in terms of that as they get on out on track. I think we'll have a look at tires in a bit. Probably can't put that on as we do get around to this here, just to see. I think everyone selected the soft tire so far. They're just going for it straight off the start, just trying to get our fastest time in. Looks like Exact might be the first car out on track there, the Alfa Romeo. So let's have a look at the car, engine sounds, whatnot, onboard, overhead view, as we get around on the outlap with him here, and just see how everything goes. So far so good. Just trying to navigate his way around for the outlap. These kind of cars are pretty cool, we gotta say. It does look pretty good on streamers there as well. Got an Aston Martin coming out behind there. I wonder if that's Kino there, I'm not sure. Yep, it is. I was gonna switch to him right about now. Have a look at the Aston Martin car. I think the design is pretty cool on this one there. Most likely because I like green anyway. Trying to have a look at the engine sounds, and there we have the difference between the Alfa Romeo and the Aston Martin. He's not going full throttle, but just to have an idea what it is so far there on track. But yeah guys, so far quite interesting as these guys get around on the outlap on track here. Let's see what the lap times will start to look like, as that's not going to be coming in pretty shortly. I think Exile should be the first guy to get a lap in. Cave Meister on a lap there as well. Let's have a look. Did he get past? Oh, that's the next Romeo driver here, as getting around 106.3 there for Exile. Let's see where his teammate is going to go at the end of this. Not really teammates, especially in this social race, but let's call it that either way as we get around to it. Okay, just apologies about that. I was just having a quick check on something there, but yeah. Actually, I just turned something on the mic. I'm not sure. Is it sounding louder? Was it sounding fine before? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with it as it is there right about now. I think it's up, just right up. I'm not even sure what the heck I just did. Either way, let's just continue on with this. What's going on here in Q2? 8 minutes left in the session. We got some lap times in already. We got two 105s, so 105.4 from Jonathan. We got a 105.7 from Lancer. Cape Master 106.0. Not into the 105 here, but I think he's getting there. Ice One at 106.1. Exile then 5th at 106.3. Valen in 6th, 106.4. Western 7, 106.47. Off by about 600th of a second. Ace there at 8, 106.495. Off by another 200th of a second. Not too bad with the times. Davey there at 9th, 106.5. It's a 10th off. So far so good as we get into further into the session here. Definitely can't wait for this race to get started. See what's gonna happen. Do you guys just anticipate maybe a safety car or a VSC on the opening lap here? I'm not sure what's gonna happen. This is Austria. It could get a bit dicey into turn 1. I'm not sure what's gonna happen as yet, but we're gonna just wait and see what's gonna happen. I think that was a purple sector 2 there from Cassidy's lap so far. Let's see where this goes at the end. Getting back into the pits there though. Might have messed that up maybe a little bit, I'm not sure. Getting back out, where is Aiden on track right about now in the Mercedes, and of course back to its original silver arrow color, and I quite like it that way as well. I actually prefer this way, but yeah, it wasn't too bad with the black, but yes, it's good to see the original silver arrow actually back. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good this year actually. Engine sounds not too bad for the Mercedes, of course, and let's get on board view as the driver gets around there at the moment. Gonna be a good scrap get in Q3, I think, for the version of pole. We're gonna see who's gonna get that here. Jonathan been doing pretty well here in qualifying so far. Wanna see where we take this as we get further on with it. Once again, guys, welcome to everyone joining us on the stream, wherever you're joining from, whether the UK, the US, or another country. Please even put that in the chat if you can. We'll actually get an idea of where all of our viewers do come from for the stream there. And please, guys, do leave a like on the stream. Really appreciate when you guys do that. As soon as you're gonna just leave a like, helps us out quite a lot with YouTube as well. So Aiden has invalidated his lap there. How do we know that? It's red on track. As you can see the track map down on the side here, and he has slowed down as well. Let's switch to someone else on track here. Where is Ace on track? Going for another lap here, and of course he is the next Mercedes driver. Let's see where he's going to qualify at the end of this. Currently holding on to P90. Of course, it's only going to be the top 10 drivers that we're going to have going over to qualifying 3. So let's see how this is going to work out. I really got to move my mic, honestly. There's a few other things still to set up here on the stream setup that I have. Sitting in a very weird angle just because of where the mic was actually positioned on the desk. I'm just going to move myself just a bit. Apologies, guys. Let me see if this is actually going to work or not, because I'm trying to sit straight forward to the angle of where the screen is, where I'm actually seeing the race itself, because I've just been staring at the streaming software in the laptop for the past while. Hey guys, so we're on with it. Hopefully you guys can still hear me pretty clearly. If not, let me know in chat. Doesn't look like Ace made a faster time with that there. I think that Jonathan on another outlap here is trying to go for another fast lap. And of course, driving a Red Bull. Gotta deliver this here with that. So let's see. Yeah, we should have a listen to the Honda engine as well. On the Red Bull, see how that's looking. Looks pretty good on the onboard view so far. Tries to get back on the power as fast as he can there. So not looking too bad. Just switch that to the onboard view. Got a purple sector 2 on that lap there. Cassidy, of course, taking away the fastest lap here in Q2. So Jonathan definitely is working his way towards getting that back here. I think he wants provisional pole for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. And I definitely going to work towards that. And messes that up on the final corner there. Getting back onto the start finish straight. So that's an invalidated lap there. Going to have to try that again. And of course, gonna have to go all the way back around, probably go back into this, get back out. How much time is left in the session? Does he have time? No, he does not. It's only 2.5 minutes left here in qualifying. So he's either gonna have to run another lap on that same set of tires, getting him back around first, because he did invalidate on the final turn. So this current lap is not going to count towards a qualifying lap. He's gonna have to redo that entire lap there again. And yeah, Lancer there in third right now, 105.7, trying to get a faster time in, still on an out lap right now. Let's see where the Haas driver can put that car at the end of this. And not usually where you would see a Haas driver. Davey goes second fastest, and a 105.4, not too bad. And that's of course Lancer's would-be teammate, if we're working that system here. But I think we're just gonna work it out either way. Getting right through the session, just for now, just call that as it is. But yeah, our slowest time is a 106.4. Definitely interested to see where this race is going to take us, because these lap times are proving to be quite interesting with the competitive level that these guys are at the moment between each other as a group of drivers on track. You got 105 to 106. It's really not too far off in terms of the pace level from the front of the grid down to the midfield, going down towards the back of the grid here. There's Liam on track right now. The Alpine trying to get a better lap in there as well. Let's see what he does. If he does get one, as he finishes off the final sector there, gets across the line. Does look like it's an improved lap. Still P8 with it. Hey guys, so back on with this. I think we just got two drivers who have not set a lap time there as yet, and I think they're working on that. So let's go down to them. Aiden and Scooby here. No lap times from these two as yet, and we got an invalidated lap there from Aiden, the Mercedes driver, struggling to get a lap in here right now. To get a valid lap in, I would say that is. And qualifying, of course, officially over here. Scooby's still on track to possibly get himself out of that drop zone. Looks like Valen and West are currently out of qualifying 3 here. Ace, of course, still on track, possibly trying to get a lap in if he can. Got a purple sector 2. Can he possibly put that Mercedes up into qualifying 3? Let's see where that's going to take him. And he invalidated getting through the final sector. Possibly my fault switching on to him there. So that's going to be him out of Q3 there as well. Both Mercedes out of Q3. We're just finishing up this session, and then we're gonna head straight into the results and for the top 10 going on over, and of course then qualifying 3, which is not gonna be a very long session, on 12 minutes long, and then straight into the race itself. Of course, we've been waiting for that for quite a while now here on stream as well. Been online for 45 minutes, got another 10 to 12 minutes or so to go. Let's call it another 50 minutes or so before we do actually get started with the race session. Alright guys, we have it there now. Fastest lap here in qualifying 2 goes to Cassidy in the Ferrari at 105.3. Davey second fastest in the Haas at 105.4. Didn't expect that. Jonathan their third fastest in the Red Bull at 105.48. 3, 200 to the second of the time of what the Haas driver had there. That's our top 3 for this session here. Of course, we got Cape Meister, Lancer there in 5th, Vinci, we got Ice One, Liam, Kino, and Exat as our top 10 drivers going over to qualifying 3. And yep, unfortunately it's going to be Valen starting 11th, West will have to be starting 12th, and so on as we're going to have a look at the we're going to have a look at the full starting grid on the formation lap when we get into to it there as well. Welcome Jonathan on stream there. Put in a pretty good lap there in Q1. Not too bad in qualifying 2, but here comes qualifying 3. We got 12 minutes in the session. These guys are definitely going to go for it here. And let's see what we're going to be looking at. Top 10 drivers here with the lap times here. We got Liam, Exile, we got Kino, Vinci, Cape Meister, Lancer, Jonathan, Cassidy, Davey, and Ice One. Gonna go for it. And let's see who gets onto provisional pole here for the start of this preseason race here at Austria. Let's get that online. Of course, we don't have to put tires on. We already know what these guys are going to be on. Everyone's going to be on the softs. And I just try to put a lap in here right about now. That was a Red Bull out. Possibly Jonathan. Yep, it is going to be Jonathan first out on track. Try and get a pretty good lap in. Let's see what his lap time is going to be looking like as he gets around to this. Also guys, it has been an idea that has been already suggested, and I already did think about in terms of getting drivers on stream with us to you know, have some very short interviews with them as well, even like during the qualifying session, even during the race session. If you know, a driver gets a DNF and comes out of the race, we can have something set up for that. So I'm kind of working on that here at the moment. So not possibly going to be happening on the first few races when we do get started with the season, but I'm still working on that. I got to work a few things out just to make sure that we can have everything up to a level that I actually want, because we're not just going to have everyone come on stream and you know, it happens a lot of times that you don't actually hear the driver, or you barely hear the driver in terms of the level of volume that's coming off their end. So I'm just trying to get that set up on our streams end so we can actually have drivers connect to us here and have a chat to them during qualifying and during the race session itself, especially during maybe a safety car, to have just a quick word with some of these drivers and just see how that's going to go. So working on that, we'll see how well it goes. Also, I'm trying to sorry guys, I'm trying to see how possible it's going to be for us to do some race highlights of all the races that we're going to be streaming here on the channel as well. Editing the video to have a race highlight is not really what the issue is. It's just me having the time to actually do it. I don't have anyone that's, I don't know if we have anyone in the league that's actually good with video editing softwares that can possibly assist with that. If we do, that'll actually be great. If you can get somebody to actually get the video and do that, I can get a video off the channel if you need it. But we'll see what's gonna happen. I'm not sure as yet with that. I mean, I love to do it, but I'm just I got to look at the time in terms of doing it. And of course, I'm working up a stream schedule here for the channel coming on to the new season here as well, not just for NOMEX racing, maybe with 1 or 2 other leagues, but we're trying to get quite a few races going over the course of a week. And of course, we'll be streaming the races here in NOMEX racing along with that as well. So it's going to be quite a few streams during the course of the week. I know getting the race highlights done, it's going to be a bit of an issue in terms of time with my work as well. So we're going to try to see what we can do over the first few races, the course of that, and let's see what we can get done. If we can have someone assist us with that, that's actually going to be pretty interesting. So if you can, please do contact me in Discord, or let's find some other way. Alright, so what we got going on here right about now, just switching on to someone else. So we got Jonathan currently fastest in the session at 105.090. So close to getting into the 104s. Pretty impressive lap there, Jonathan. We got Vinci there 105.5. Davey third fastest 105.646. Got Ice One 105.688. And that's going to be about 400 of a second off only. So far so good. Got Kino here. Cool. We got a bit of an incident on track. Kino is out. That entire suspension is gone. Damage model in the game, pretty impressive as well. So unfortunately, we got a driver out of qualifying 3. Made a lap time 105.9. How well is that lap time going to hold up? We're going to see what's going to happen. The mechanics are going to have to work overtime getting that car ready for the race, as we're having that in a very short time from now as well. Let's switch this on over to someone else on track. Cassidy here trying to get started on a qualifying lap. Going to be a yellow flag there in that sector of the track, of course. Okay, so we're looking pretty good in terms of this qualifying lap on with the Ferrari driver here. That was a purple sector 1, by the way. If you guys missed that, we're trying to have a look, see if it is going to be a purple sector 2 or not. And yeah, let's see where this lap is going to take us. Jonathan currently holding on to provisional pole here for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. And 105.090. It's looking like Cassidy's going to have to get much closer into the 104s. Or actually get into the 104s itself just to be safe with this. Let's see how that's going to work out. That purple sector 2 from the Ferrari so far. Can we actually see Cassidy taking away provisional pole from Jonathan here on this current lap? We still got 5.5 minutes to go in the session. And just so much happening already. Right, so he gets across the line. It's only a 116. I think had a bad sector treat there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, definitely gonna try another lap there before the session comes to an end, because we do have enough time for this. On with Liam at the moment on a qualifying lap here in the Alpine. Let's see where this goes for him. Okay, so finishing off sector 3, let's see where he goes as he gets across the line and goes second fastest at 105.232. Not a bad time there from Liam in the Alpine. So puts that car right up on the front row for the start of this race. If he can keep that position there, Cassidy, of course, now third fastest. The Ferrari driver went and got another lap in at 105.238. 6,000th of a second time difference between the Ferrari and the Alpine. So this is getting pretty interesting as we go down to the end of the session. 4 minutes remaining now. Still got Lance to get a time in, and let's see, getting around the final turn there right now and getting across the line. Where he goes is 5th fastest. Not too bad so far. Not a bad place to be there as well on the 3rd row of the grid to get started with this race. So guys, so far so good in the session. Jonathan still holding on to provisional pole here at a 105.090. Liam now second fastest, Cassidy third, Vinci in fourth, Lancer in fifth, Davey down to sixth, Ice One down to seventh. Kino's time as is holding up there in P8. Exiled and Cape Meister have a chance to actually get past that time there if they can. It's at 106.8 right now for Exile. Cape Meister no lap time in as yet. Switch it on over to Ice One as the Red Bull driver now gets started on another lap here, trying to get an improved lap time. It's a 105.688 right now for him. Oh guys, apologies about that. I have to just have the setup here for a second. Just checking on our stream, making sure everything is good. So far so good as far as I can see from this end. Yeah, so let's finish off this session. Less than a minute left here in qualifying 3. We got everyone got their lap time in. Of course, we still got Jonathan there holding on to professional pole as it is. A 104.7 running on track here right now. I don't think he's running a fast lap though. Liam here still on an out lap. 28 seconds to go. Can he get across the line in time to get started on a final lap? Cassidy in the pits. Now going to make another attempt at this here. Cape Master P4 still on track here and running. Definitely trying to get another lap in. And there goes the P on the map there. Getting across the line with about 8 seconds left. And yeah, final lap for him. Let's see if Liam can take provisional pole away from Jonathan there in a Red Bull. And this is going to be quite close between them. Qualifying 3 is officially over here. So whoever is left running a lap on track, that's going to be allowed to finish. It's going to be Ice 1, Davey there. I don't think Davey's running a lap though. So just Ice 1 and oh, Liam's out. Liam is out of the session. That's it for qualifying 3. He's not going to be able to make a faster time. Looks like Jonathan holds on to provisional pole for the start of this race. And he's going to keep that with a 104.762. A pretty impressive lap there as well. The only driver to get into the 104s here in qualifying here at Austria. So let's see what's going to happen. Liam there, 105.2. Not a bad time he did there. Has to hold on to P2 with that for the start. Still going to be on the front row to get started though. I think we're just waiting for Davy's car to get sorted through so we can move forward. Okay, so here we go. Results here for qualifying 3. It's a Red Bull driver on provisional pole here at 104.762 for Jonathan there in qualifying 3. Pretty impressive lap. Liam there will be starting alongside him in second, now between 105.2. Also finishing up the session, third for Cassidy, Davey in fourth, Cape Master in fifth, Vinci there 6th, Lancer there 7, Ice 1 in 8th, 9 for Kino, and 10 there for Exile. So not too bad with the qualifying session throughout as we had it there from Q1, 2, and 3. Was actually pretty impressive. Pretty good job by the drivers in terms of providing a pretty good and entertaining session there. Let's see what the race session is going to hold for us as we now head over to that. I think formation lap should be on. I'm really hoping it is on so we can go to the grid order as they're going through that lap, and we'll have just about a minute, just over a minute to actually get to that through. Okay, so we are on with the formation lap. Now, of course, we had some big issues back on F1 2021. I'm not sure what issues we're currently having on F1 22 here. But let's see what's going to happen, because I just switched to Jonathan and it was somewhere in the midfield on one of the Mercedes for some reason. I'm not sure why. So we're going through on the formation lap here. Let's get a few things up on screen. Lap data is going to be on. Details, we really don't need too much of this on, but let's have a look at tires that we starting the race on. Looks like majority of the grid are splitting between the hards and the mediums. No one's going to go on the softs here. It's going to be a 36 lap race around the Red Bull Ring here for the Austrian Grand Prix for this pre-season race. We got Jonathan starting on pole there. We got Liam starting just alongside him on the front row. We got Cassidy starting in third. K-Meister will start fourth. Vinci starts fifth. Got Lancer starting sixth. Ice One starting seventh. Kino starts 8 on the grid, Davey in 9th, Exiled in 10, Valen starts 11, West will start 12, we got Ace starting in 13, Scooby starts 14th, Aiden Bell in 15, Janice there in 16, Brogarella down in 17, Kieran Barr in 18, got Govey in 19th, and Sifmeister didn't really get to participate in qualifying, but will start 20th on the grid there. Top 2 drivers are going to be starting on the hard tires here, so we're going to see how well that is actually going to work for them as they get around to this. So we're going to have a look as well as now the penalties and how that's actually going to work out. We're going to leave position changes on here as we usually do here on the channel, just so you guys can have a look on how that changes as we get on with this race start. Of course, we're really hoping we don't have any glitches happening on the race start as well. But right now I'm actually seeing that. I think I'm gonna have to just wait now for the entire thing to just get loaded here. I think we're about to get started. There's 5 lights on and they're off, guys. Let's see who gets a better run down into turn 1. So far so good. The Ferrari gets off pretty well there, and I think he's trying to, oh, and there we got Liam losing some positions. I think down at the back, I'm not even sure who is who at this point, because that grid order is messed up. I'm trying to see if that was going to happen. I think a car got spun around down at the back of the grid. So far so good, as we get the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo going side by side and trying to fight for positions. The Alpine has the inside, gets through pretty well. The Haas trying to come around the outside, and he gets a bit squiggly as well, the Alpine there, off that turn. So Liam trying to hold off his position here, trying to get back up into second if he can. Of course, the Alfa Romeo of Cape Meister out in front of him holds off that position. I don't think he's going to be getting back that position quite easily. Jonathan still in the lead out in front, and he holds that on, trying to build a bit of a gap already. About half a second ahead of Cassidy, who's currently holding on to second. Cape Master in third. Let's see if Liam can gain back his position. Getting a bit bumped from Lancer there in the Haas just behind of him. Let's see what's happening down the back of the grid. We got Exile down in 6th. Valen up all the way into 7th on the grid. He gained quite a few positions here, all the way up by 4 positions, and he's running behind Exile there. Let's see where he's going to go at the end of this. So Vinci up in 8th. We got West running in 9th right now, gained 3 positions. And have a look at fastest laps as we go on. So his first 2 laps, we're not going to have any I think we got a Haas off track there. What's happening to Lancer's car? I'm trying to have a quick look. I think he went off track. Might have some damage on that car, I'm not sure. He actually did catch it back, but he's lost quite a few positions. We got a yellow flag there in sector 1 for that incident. Should be cleared up pretty quickly. Out in front, we're going to follow on with the Red Bull and with the Ferrari as the battle is going on for the lead of the race here. It's a 7-10 gap between Jonathan and Cassidy for this. Let's see where these two are going to be at the end of this race, as it looks to be quite interesting out front. K-Meister down by 1.3 seconds and definitely trying to catch up to the Ferrari out in front of him. Not having the best of luck with that. Let's see if that gap is going to go or come for him. And of course, Liam down to 4th. Lost 2 positions on the start of this race and really desperately trying to get it back, but having some trouble catching up to the Alfa Romeo in front of him. Exile there in 5th. Gained 5 positions, as did Valen there up into 6th. Pretty good starts for those two as at the moment there. I think best starts out for everyone else on what we had. And fastest lap goes to Cassidy so far. So that Ferrari is chasing after the Red Bull and looking to possibly get into the lead of this race. Let's see what's going to happen. Gap is down by about at least 3 tenths from when we last checked it. It's already down to 5 tenths here. Let's see if when DRS comes online, that's actually going to help the Ferrari driver get ahead. Cassidy, of course, looking forward to having that there. let's go on board with Cassie Lidmore, see what's happening between Jonathan and so far looking pretty good in terms of what we got. Vinci there possibly trying to get a move done on Valen. Let's switch this around a little bit if we can. Put it on Paris, but we know what they're running. Most of these guys trying to run a bit of a longer stint that's getting on through. We're going to keep it this way as it is there right about now. Back onto Liam here in the Alpine, running in P4. And of course, we will be looking at the rest of the grid as well, guys. I know we're just focusing a bit out front just to have a look what's happening. Ace is out of the session. What's happened to his car? Let's see if we can have a look. I have no idea where his car is on track right about now. Oh, I think I see where it is there right now. So trying to have a look what happened to Ace's car. I think it's going to be on the left hand side of the track, possibly. Yep, there it is down this side. So fourth driver to get out of this race, a Mercedes. And we got yellow flags all around. Are we having a safety car or not? I'm not sure as yet. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm really not sure at this point here. It just says yellow flag sectors 1, 2, and 3. I would assume they would go for a virtual safety car for this incident at least. But I really can't say what's happening on track here right about now in terms of that. So really hard to say. I'm not sure if we're supposed to show VSC and safety car on top. I really haven't had a look at anyone's lobby. As I said, it's the first time I'm getting on the online lobby here on F122. Oh, there we go. It's a safety car. We can see from the sign down on the side of the track. It's a full safety car for that incident there with the Mercedes driver. And yeah, we're going to just follow on with that. Let's see if we can have some pit stops happen as we get around. We might have some damaged cars. I'm not sure as yet. Let's just have a look and see if anyone's going to go into the pit lane or not. So far, everyone out front continuing on track here. So Jonathan's still leading this race. We got Cassidy up into second. We got Cape Master running third. Liam down to fourth. Exile running fifth. Valen runs sixth. Got Vinci running seventh. We do have some drivers in the pit. So the grid order is going to change up just a little bit as we get on here right about now. We're on lap 5 of 36 also, guys. So oh, and Ace lost it on the hards. So I really would expect, I'm not sure how the hards would do on this track here. Remember, these guys they've been using mostly the mediums and the softs. I think mostly the softs there in qualifying. So how much practice have the guys actually had on the mediums and the hards? And how well is it going to hold up in a race here? We got some penalties being handed out already. Gobi there with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which you cannot do. Even coming back from F1 2021 does get you a penalty here. And yeah, not a decent penalty that you really want to deal with. Got a human driver still in the pits there. See what's going to happen as we get through here. The rear just snapped, says Alan there. Yep, does happen. So we're going to see a lot of this happen in you know, upcoming races. Oh, and disqualified from session there is West from being parked in a dangerous location. What's happening on track? I'm not sure what happened with West's car, but he has been disqualified from the race. We're down to 18 drivers remaining, and I think we're about to get into lap 6 right now, following on with the Aston Martin safety car there. Oh, his game crashed. Yep, so I did hear about some people actually reporting that the game does crash on their end. Hopefully we don't have that happen on our end, so we can keep an eye on everything that's going on through. But yeah, I did see a lot of people reporting that the game crashed. At first I just assumed that was mostly on PC, because I know when the Champions Edition came out, they were having some problems with Steam, I think. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I know there are some issues where we do expect that there are going to be some issues with the game, as it's just coming out right now. And hopefully, you know, EA does get it fixed as soon as possible. We're just hoping that we don't have the issues that we had on F1 2021, which was so frustrating getting through the entire year with it, especially with that leaderboard issue that they used to have. I mean, that was just annoying as hell. But hopefully we don't have all of that happening here as we get on through. Unfortunate for Ace and West, they're out of the session. One with a DNF, one with a disqualification. Of course, West's game crashed, so he really can't help it there. And of course, cannot get to join this back here. I mean, I did expect it to actually show on the spectators end that there's a safety car happening. I didn't expect to have to look on track to see that the SC signs are flashing around the track to know that there's a safety car. I guess it's the same way we're going to have to know where it's a VSC or a safety car from that point onwards, unless they actually fix this issue. I'm not sure. See there on the right side there's a SC sign there. That's how we know that there's a safety car going on. I know there's yellow flags all along the track, which I did expect to have a VSC after the Mercedes of Ace went off the track there and had a DNF, but I didn't realize it actually turned into a full safety car. So I think hopefully we should have that safety car go in maybe at the end of this lap. I really haven't even been paying attention how long it's actually been out, but we'll see what's gonna happen. The teams and drivers will be sorted the next few days. Yes, Alan, we are gonna be sorting that out. I think within the next 24 hours I'm gonna at least by tomorrow, let's work it by tomorrow. Me and Ace are gonna have a chat and just decide which day we're gonna be doing the live stream to do the wheel spin for the teams and the drivers, and just have that sorted through, because we're gonna get that sorted as early as possible for the league, and just moving forward with that. So yeah, we're gonna definitely do that this week. See which day is gonna be possible to do it. Definitely think we're not doing it tomorrow. Trust me, we're not doing it tomorrow. I'm not gonna possibly even be around tomorrow to do that. But yeah, we're gonna get us sorted in terms of when we're gonna do it though. So safety car is gonna be in on this lap, guys. Let's get back to this here right about now. And yeah, gaps are of course all gonna be pretty close. Everyone's gonna be running right up to the rear of the car in front of them before this safety car goes in here. We're getting through sector 3 right about now, so should be getting back to racing. Jonathan looking for a race win here at Austria. Cassidy, of course, not looking to allow that to happen. Thinks the Ferrari driver wants that win for themselves. Cave Meister there in third, trying to keep a podium position here away from Liam, who's down to fourth. He started second here. Calendar, I'm not sure with the calendar, but I think I'll probably still like your help on that. Anyway, let's get back to this race here. Jonathan getting back out as a safety car is in. We're back racing again in lap 8 here. And we're following on with the Ferrari chasing after that Red Bull, a battle which we are quite familiar seeing since the start of this current F1 season. And yeah, we're going to continue with that here, which is going to make it so much more interesting. Here's going to happen as we get around to this here. So an 8-10 gap. Let's go down to the midfield here a bit. Exile here chasing after Liam. Let's see what kind of race Liam is having. We have the McLaren of Valen just behind that as well. He's coming up pretty strong. A 4-10 gap with Vinci behind of him. I think in the AlphaTauri there. And then possibly a Williams, I want to say, is behind that. I'm not sure what the colors means as yet. Still getting sorted on this game as we have it there, guys. So yeah, apologies about all of this as we get around to it. Yeah, but yeah, that McLaren is all over the rear of Exiles right about now. So Valen pushing as much as he can. I think he's looking for a gap to go and get an overtake done here. Let's see if he can get it as they're gonna get onto that start finish straight. He might try this into turn 1 and possibly take it on the inside. Let's see what's gonna happen. Jonathan with the fastest lap there at 1:08.1, and so far he's doing pretty well. Just trying to follow on with this McLaren, and the Alfa Romeo goes a bit wide off the exit of turn 1, leaves a gap open for Valen to now get side by side with him as they're gonna have some minor contact going through to the next turn. And let's see what happens. So the McLaren has the inside, gonna try to outbrake Liam here. Oh, we got a problem, and Alfa Romeo is out into the barrier zone on the right side after that turn there. That was Vinci. He's out of the session. It's a yellow flag there in sector 2. We might be looking at another full safety car here, because that's a bit of a dangerous position on track. Or it might just be maybe a VSC or just a yellow flag. Let's see what they're going to actually choose to do with that there. So far, nothing has been done. It's still just a yellow flag. This game gets a bit weird sometimes. Let's see what's going to happen. But yeah, not too bad so far. We got 2 drivers with penalties out in front. We're trying to follow on what's happening as we get on through. It's a 6-10 gap out in front between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. And of course, this is for the lead of the race, guys. It's lap 10 of 36 right about now, and this is possibly going to be going on all session. So let's see how much they're actually going to push into this here. So Cassidy chasing after that Red Bull, not having the best luck in terms of getting an overtake done. Got to break the gap down. I guess a bit more DRS advantage will be quite helpful here. And let's see what's going to happen. K-Meister 2.5 seconds behind this battle. Really needs to try and catch up here, but has some problems with Liam within DRS range of his car, so he's going to have to be careful with that. Valen has fallen down the order just a bit, not fallen longer, just a bit further back now, as gap is extended to 2.4 seconds. Xrd running 6, Ice 1 in 7, Aiden running in 8 there. Trying to get some points in for Mercedes if you can. Davey there in 9th in the house. We got Kino there in 10th. Genesis 11th. We got Stiffmeister all. Don't end the stream. It looks like it's gonna happen. 1 second, guys. And looks like I'm having a game crash here as well. So yeah, I think we're at a point where we're gonna have to figure out what to do here. Okay, so I'm gonna switch this off for a second here. We give the game crash on our end as well. Let me see what we can get done in terms of getting this back up. Just give us a second. I guess I wasn't really sure if it's still running or not, but yeah, we're still going with this as it is. Yeah, but generally game crashes have been a reported issue with the game so far. So remember, there, guys, this is just a bit of a social race, just a preseason race to see how everything's going, test everything out and whatnot. So I think we're just gonna leave it as it is there right now. Just continue on with the race. No points being awarded for this or whatnot. So yeah, we're on up 17 of 36, just about halfway point through the race here right about now. It's not showing on my streaming software, but I had to check on my phone just to make sure that the stream is actually still running, because and there we go, the connection is now back up to excellent. I'm not even sure what the heck is going on with that, but yeah. So as we have it right about now, looks like Cassidy is leading this race here. Liam, they're up into second right now. We did have some pit stops happen, of course. Let's have a look at how many pit stops actually happened so far. I think, where is pit stop? There we go, stops. So actually no pit stops out in the front, so Cassidy took away the lead. Got Liam up in the second, Jonathan having up into third. So of course we know a lot of people are of course having game crashes here, so we're not even sure who's still racing, who's not racing, but let's see what's gonna happen as we get on through the session. We got Vele running fourth, Aiden up into fifth right about now, trying to really get some points here for the team. Iceman of course in sixth. Let's see what close gaps do we have to follow. I think Jonathan, one of the close gaps that we have here, and he's chasing after Liam there for second place, of course. Possibly had a bit of a spin, maybe, I'm not sure. Right, there we go. I think everything's fine now. Alright, so we're still going to keep on with this as we continue on in the race session itself. So Cassidy's still leading. There's the second jump, still running third. He's gaining on me right about now. Gap is about 7th, and let's see if we can decrease that gap as we continue on in this session here. He's trying to have a look in the Discord, see how many people are actually having their game crash here. Ison having an issue there as well. So is Lancer. Alright, so let's let that be and just continue on with the session as it is there right now, guys. Not too much we can do. It's just a social risk, so we're not going to make much of a decision on this and just leave it as it is. So, yeah, let's have a look, see what's happening on track. I'm trying to go a bit further down in the back of the grid and see what's happening. Of course, we're going to have some ghosted drivers here because, yeah, their game just crashed and, yes, not having any connection to get back on here. Possibly they're going to have to just restart the entire console just to get back onto the game. It's the usual thing they used to have to do back on F1 2021. Even I had this connection. You got to just restart the entire console just to get back on. Just restarting the game itself doesn't work for most people. You got to just get back, get on, restart the entire thing just to get back on the lobby here, because it does give that issue. So we're gonna see that happen possibly maybe the first few races of the season as well as we get on through it. Let's get back out in front here, see what's happening right about now. So gap as it is it's falling away from Jonathan here at the moment. Hopefully he shows that he is still connected here, but I know a lot of drivers are possibly out of this race as it is there right about now. Yeah, I agree, Wes. A lot of drivers are just gonna get off of this because it's getting a bit crazy out in terms of the connection to the server itself there. I think we're just gonna go with this as it is. We still got a race on our hands looking at from this end, so we're just gonna go with it. So Cassidy's still leading this race. Ferrari leading out in front by 4.9 seconds, as it's showing now 5 seconds against Liam, who started second, now is now back up into second. He dropped down to fourth, but he's getting back that position somehow here. Jonathan now running third. He started P1, lost 2 positions here somehow in the race. Possibly made a mistake. I'm not sure what happened. On lap 21 of 36. They're pushing this quite a bit with the tires here as well. See how that's going to work out for them as they get further down to the end. And of course at the back here, I know a lot of the drivers down at the back of the grid are currently disconnected, so we're not even going to focus too much on that as we get around to it. I think I'm going to stick on Jonathan here for the moment. It's a 2-second gap from him towards Liam out in front, and I think he's trying to break that down as much as he can getting through this. Let's see if he can do this as we I think he has the hards on, so of course pushing those tires as much as he can, possibly going to switch to the softs to go down to the end of the race with, and just make it a one-sub strategy as it is there. But hey, it's working for him so far, so let's see if he can keep that going. Of course, Cassidy though in the Ferrari looking for a race win now. I think Jonathan of course might want to put an end to that, but let's see if he can get past the Alpine in front of him to actually even try to get that done here. Honestly, I'm not sure how many drivers are still in the session or running. I know cars are running on track, so we still got a race to commentate on, so we're still gonna go with this. Oh, and there goes the Red Bull. Loses the rear, I think is what happened. Damage the front wing, and he's trying to get back going here right now. Yeah, that's some severe damage to that car there. He is gonna have to make a pit stop right now and get onto a new set of tires there as well, as he gets a new front wing. And let's see where that's gonna bring him back out. Lost a lot of time though towards the leaders out in front. Sorry about that, guys. Just have to step away for a second. Oh, so we got a lot of penalties here in the session, and so we're gonna have a look at the penalties and how that's gonna affect everything coming down to the end of the session. What's happening out in front is that Cassidy is in the pits, and Liam has taken over the lead of this race, Aiden into the pits there as well. 3-second penalty for David, or another 3-second penalty it possibly is. It's now a 16.9 second gap between Liam and Cassidy here for P1. The Ferrari, of course, on fresh soft tires now, getting back out. Liam still yet to do a pit stop here. Started on the hards, I believe he did. So he's gonna have to do a pit stop pretty soon, get onto a fresh set of soft tires and go to the end of the race. I did expect Jonathan would have gone on to a set of soft tires. He went on to another set of mediums. I think he was on a previous set of mediums, so I'm not sure what the strategy exactly there is. Well, let's get back up here and see what's gonna happen with our race leader here. Still going on it right now on lap 26 of 36. And he's going to continue on with a gap now down to 15.9 seconds. Of course, that Ferrari is going to break that gap down so quickly with those fresh soft tires. I would expect Liam to do a stop right about now. Let's see if he is going to be doing it, and let's see if he is able to get out back in front of the Ferrari when he does do that pit stop. This is what's going to be interesting here, because Jonathan now fastest lap there, 107.1. And he's running 5th at the moment, of course. Still trying to try to get back up into the podium places if he can here. Let's see what's going to happen in that case. We're still following on with Liam here, trying to see if he's going to be doing a pit stop at the end of this current lap here, because we got about 11 laps in total left here of racing before we get to the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's now a 14.6 second gap between Cassidy and Liam, and I don't think that's enough time for him to get into the pits and actually get back out. So let's see what his plan is, and then he looks like he's going to continue on out on track, not going to take a pit stop here. Not sure what the strategy play is, but let's see what's going to happen. Valen here in the McLaren is chasing after the Haas of Davey in front of him. It's a point, it's a 2:10 gap. And it's looking that McLaren definitely is going to find a gap to get past it, especially when we do get around. Oh, we're already going for it on the inside of the final sector there. Didn't take too much of a chance to that, had to back out. And now on the start finish straight, having a bit of a good run down into turn 1. Is he going to take it on the inside? Looks like he is, and has to hold back. Doesn't want to risk it right about now. The Haas goes just a bit wide of the exit of turn 1. But so far keeps it clean and going on through. We got a Red Bull of Jonathan coming just behind this, so they're going to have to be careful as they're fighting for positions out in front. Them McLaren takes it on the inside. The Haas still holds on to the position though, and still goes around a bit wide outside. They're side by side coming off that corner. The Haas still holds on to P3. Davey holding on to that position for IG8Live, doesn't want to give it up at this point in a race. The McLaren or Valen there, of course, wants to get onto a podium position. As does Jonathan there in P5. He's just another 3/10s behind, so he's going to push as much as he can here, trying to get that position away. K-Master, of course, another 6.7 seconds behind. He's quite a way behind. Doesn't need to worry about these guys as yet unless he catches up to them. So these three are going to be fighting it out for the final podium position on the grid there. We got the McLaren, Valen, and Davey in the Haas are going side by side, and it looks like the McLaren's gotten out in front. Davey's falling down the arc. I'm not sure what's happening to his car, but Jonathan is now up into 4th as well. Oh, he's into the pits. The Haas driver took a pit stop, and it's allowed the McLaren to now go up into P3, Jonathan up into P4. It's only a 3:10 gap between these two, so of course that Red Bull is going to chase after Valen in the McLaren. He's going to do this on the outside, and he looks like he gets past quite easily. Goes up into P3 now. As going to continue on in this race. A gap out in front is Liam leading, with Cassidy just 11.8 seconds behind. That gap is breaking down and coming down so close down to the end of this race. Got Jonathan up into 3rd now. Valen running 4th. K-Master runs 5th. Got 8-Mel running 6th. Davey 7th. Ice 1 and 8th. I think he's having problems as well. Scooby there in 9th, and Lancer, I know he's having problems down in 10th. Not sure how many drivers are still actually in a session, but we're going to work with what we can see here on the screen as well. And just finish off this session, finishing up the race as it is. We're on lap 28 of 36. We got a yellow flag there in sector 2. I think someone went off for just a bit. They're possibly back on the track though, so it should be fine as we continue on with this. It's an 11.3 second gap between race leader Liam and Ferrari driver Cassidy there in 2nd. And follow on with the Red Bull here. It's 60.5 seconds to catch up to the Ferrari in front of him. Sorry, so I don't think that's going to happen as this race is coming to a close pretty soon. So it looks like Jonathan is going to have to settle for 3rd place on the grid. We got a safety car. I think we got a safety car. Got a full safety car in the session. I'm not sure if I'm seeing drops of drizzle on track or not there. Did quite look like that. I'm not even sure what the situation with the weather is. Haven't had a chance to see what rain looks like on this game as yet, but it definitely looks like we're seeing some drizzle. And we got Liam into the pits right now under a full safety car here on lap 30 of 36. Is he gonna go on to a set of? It's a double pit stop for the Alpine for the Alpine team here as well. And yeah, that was his teammate just getting out. So it did hold him up in the pit lane just a bit. He's now going to get out. Cassidy getting into the pits here as well. Jonathan, let's see if he's going to go in. And he does go in the Red Bull as well. Let's see what's going to happen as they get back out. I'm definitely seeing some drizzle here, unless I'm seeing things right about now. Yep, so we have some minor drizzle coming out on track here in the final ending portions of this Austrian Grand Prix. So we might have to end off this race with just a bit of rain, but or maybe just a bit of drizzle if it does actually start to come down. I'm not sure as yet. It's just looking like some light drizzle right about now, and everyone's still going on to the dry compound tires at the moment to finish off the session, because I don't think it's going to get wet enough for us to actually switch onto the intermediates. Okay, so just under 7 laps here to go for this Austrian Grand Prix pre-race season race we're having here with NOMEX Racing. Has been quite an interesting session so far. I gotta say, qualifying was a lot of fun to watch. The race start coming to halfway point of the race was pretty interesting, although we have some drivers start to have their games crash or crash out as well. He had to just do a restart to get back online here, so we missed a bit of the race itself, but I don't think too much of it. But yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Cassidy, of course, now right up to the rear of Liam. Jonathan right up to the rear of that Ferrari now, so this is gonna be an interesting battle down for the final few laps of the race here. Let's see how that's gonna work out for these guys. Valen just behind that. Davey, K-Master, all of them have caught up now. We got Aiden Best still in this race, so it looks like one Mercedes will be finishing in the points here. But so far so good. As we have it there, we're gonna have to wait for that safety car now to go back into the pit lane, and yeah, we're gonna have just a few laps of racing to finish off the session. Yes, we got Liam just behind the safety car going still. Gonna wait until we have that message on race control that the safety car is going to be going in on the current lap. Hopefully, I really would prefer to actually go in on the end of this lap here, because I think the track is clear and I think everything is okay for us to get back to racing, because I think drivers are going to want to finish the race before that rain actually comes down and yeah, causes some havoc on track, because we don't want to go switching to the intermediates here. I think that's going to be a key factor in ending off this race. Let's see what's going to happen though. Not looking like we're finishing the safety car period at the end of this lap. Looking like we're going to be going one more lap under safety car conditions before we actually close off this race here. So yeah, I think the guys are going to have to just hold up just a bit more, keep the heat in those tires as much as they can. They're going to be doing a lot of waving on track, just trying to keep their tires warm, because remember, track temperature is now going to drop with the rain starting to set in. So that's going to make it a bit interesting for grip as well, especially for this top 3 drivers here. I want to see what's going to happen with them as we get started back with the race here. You should hopefully yeah, get that safety car going on this current lap here. I think it's been out at least for 2 or 3 laps now. So it should be going in on this current lap, and yeah, we can finish off this race. We're on lap 32 of 36 already. It'll put us back into racing on lap 33. That gives us just 4 laps of racing to close off the race there. And what on earth is happening? Oh, there we go. So now it's telling us it's a safety car on track. Quite interesting. What did it do? Did it actually just update the game? I have no freaking idea. Anyway, we're continuing on. So now it's actually letting us know there's a safety car on track. I think I have to what on earth just happened? I don't even know what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. I'm trying to figure this out right now, guys, because it's not allowing me to do anything at this point. Am I not allowed to do anything during the safety car? What the heck is happening with this game right now? It's starting to annoy me now. Nothing is working on the controller. I can't do anything. I have zero idea what's happening at this point. I think we're just gonna go with it. I'm not even gonna restart the game at this point. Let's just see where the session finishes up, because it's really not allowing me to do anything. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if there's some new feature that I accidentally hit a button to do something. I'm not sure. I'm just pressing everything right about now, and nothing's happening. This is ridiculous now, but we're just gonna let it be at the moment. I think the game is just freaking out. We're just gonna have to leave it just as it is. Now we're having a real look from the safety car itself. Maybe this is just a new feature on the game. I'm not sure what the heck is happening. Oh, there we go. Safety car is ending right now. So how do we get back control of the game to see what's happening on track? As I really prefer to have that, and I'm not happening. Cassidy has left the session. So, what on earth is happening? There we go. We're back again. We're back again. Are we back racing? So the rain is actually really starting to come down here right about now. Cassidy just got back online, so hopefully connected back. I know, still disconnected there. So some serious disconnection issues. We have some serious game crashes happening right about now. Liam now up into the lead, of course, because of all our game crashes that are happening. So he's going to take the lead of the race. Yeah, Cassidy running second right now. Jonathan's car running third. I'm not even sure who's driving the car and who's not driving. We're going to keep it going. 5-second penalty for Jonathan there. Cassidy ignoring yellow flags. 5-second penalty as well. It's looking at it's Liam's race to win here right now, because everyone else is just, I'm not sure, just going crazy down in the back there with their cars. We still gotta figure out that safety car thing that happened. I'm not sure. I think I hit a button. I'm really not sure what happened with that, but it was kind of cool, but I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, let's go on with this. So lap 34 of 36, got Liam leading this race. The Ferrari in second, of Cassidy there, Jonathan in third. Aiden running in fourth right about now. Mercedes trying to get onto a podium position here or there. I'm not sure. Looks like Jonathan is trying to get away with second place, away from the Ferrari driver, who's disconnected from the session here at the moment. And yep, can't fight that one there. So that's Jonathan up into second now. Cassidy is going to be losing out here due to a disconnection or a game crash, whatever it is at the moment there, and it's going to work with what we can see on screen. On the penultimate lap here right about on lap 35 or 36. I think they're probably having some issues here as well, as the track is getting pretty wet here right about now. And I'm quite sure they're going to be finishing the race under these conditions as they have it here. I highly doubt anyone's going to go switching to intermediates going into the final lap here in just half a minute's time. So guys, as we get into the final lap here of this race, really do want to apologize on behalf of the league here for the issues that we've had. We did expect that we would have some issues with a new game just being released, and yep, we did actually experience some of it here. So we had some grid order issues, we had some game crashes. I'm not even sure what's happening at this point in the race right about now, but we still got a race going, so we're still keeping an eye on that. But a lot of game crashes have put a lot of drivers out of the session, which I think would have made it very more interesting if they could have stayed in. Unfortunately, hopefully you guys still enjoyed the race commentary you had here today. It was a great qualifying session. The first half of the race was actually pretty good. We didn't really have much issues going on there. But I think from the second half of the race is where most of the issues started to happen. We're on the final lap here right about now, by the way. Just getting it wrong. So Liam looks like he's going to be winning the race as he's 8.5 seconds ahead of Jonathan there. Scooby now running in third. Cassidy down to fourth. Davey in fifth. Cave Master sixth. Let's see how they're going to finish up the session either way. But yeah, apologies about the issues here on the second half of the race portion of the stream, and yeah, I think we had a bit of issue on the stream there as well, coming down to the end of it. So unfortunately, you know, it does happen. We're hoping to avoid these issues as we get further on, getting started with the actual seasons here at NOMEX Racing as well. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And yeah, hopefully everything goes well. I'm not sure, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream so far as it's been, because we're coming down to the end of the race here right about now. Just waiting for Liam to get across the line here in the LP, and as the track has gotten severely wet, he's trying to take his time around that final turn, not to spin the car. And there he goes across the line, takes the win here for the first official race on F122 here for NOMEX Racing. That's Liam taking the win, and Scooby there in second. So it looks like it's oh, Jonathan takes away second because a penalty there. Thought it was going to be a 1-2 finish there for Alpine. It's a 1-4 finish so far, because Jonathan now in second, Cassidy takes away third. Let's have a look at the grid order as they finish off the session there, because I think everyone's getting across the line right about now. Failing all the way down to 15th, and of course disconnected from the session as it is. They were just going to wait for the results to load up so we can get finished with that, and then we're going to come to the end of our stream here. Yep. I think it's still a lot of bugs in the game here. They're gonna have to fix. Hopefully, we're not gonna have the issues that we had last year. They took so long to get some of these issues fixed. The major issues that we had online, it took a very long time to actually get them actually sorted through. Some of them probably still aren't sorted through as it is. Hopefully, with EA on it, hopefully they can get it fixed. I'm not sure. A lot of people don't have any faith in them, but we'll see what's gonna happen. So hopefully we do get all of the issues fixed by the time we get around to round 1 or 2 or 3 at least in the season. Hopefully everything is fixed. And we're already migrating hosts as it is there right about now. I think Baden's car is the one that has to get across the line here for the session to come to a complete close, and he's on the intermediates. I think he did his AI did a stop for that possibly. I don't even know. I guess we're gonna have to just wait for the timer to run out of a minute or so, and then that's gonna be the end of the session. Anyway guys, thanks for everyone who joined onto the stream. Remember guys, please leave a like on the stream. Remember to oh, we're gonna join that party in just a minute. Yeah guys, so please leave a like on the stream. Remember to share the stream link out as much as you want. Really does help us out when you guys leave a like on the stream. And remember, the future streams for the league and for on this channel as well on IG8Live Esports are going to be scheduled and be on here, so do keep a constant check to know where we're going to have an upcoming stream. And yeah, it's been fun having you guys on the chat as well, so thank you guys for joining on the session. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the stream as it was, the commentary coming along with it. And sorry again for the second portion of our race here, having crashed at most of the drivers there. Unfortunately we could not control that. Anyway, we're coming down to the end of it, and we're just gonna have a quick look at whatever results show there before we do end off the stream there. As it is, I don't think it really matters if we have a look at the results. It's not for anything at this point here. Yeah, it's just going crazy. We're not even gonna bother with it at this point anymore. So guys, thank you guys again for joining on the session. We are gonna close the stream off here right about now, because that's just stuck on stream. Whatever is showing there, it's probably gonna go on forever. We're gonna let it be. So we'll see you guys on the next stream, which will be scheduled up on the channel as soon as we know exactly what date we're gonna have that stream on. So do keep an eye on it. And once again, thank you guys for all joining on the session. Remember, don't forget to leave a like and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining on the session.